Hi there, it's Silvana. Long time no see. This is not World of Warcraft. As you can see, this is a game called Eve. This is my first video about Eve. There's a lot about this game that I could go into, but today specifically, we're gonna talk PI or planetary. I don't even remember what the I stands for. Hold on a second. Planetary industry. All right, so this is the station where I'm at with my corp, which is like a guild from WoW. So I'm going to equate a lot of things back to WoW, although this is a completely different kettle of fish. So the big thing with this game is PvE against the non-player characters, the NPCs, otherwise called rats, making ISK, which is their version of gold, and PvP, killing other players. It's all a bunch of fun. I will say, of the ways to make ISK in this game, that PI is on the surface very simple. It took me about 10 days to learn the basic skills, although I'm not completely done. I'll show that here. I'm still learning stuff that I need for my PI. I'm not going to go into a really in-depth blow-by-blow unless I see some reaction that's asking for that. So let's talk about what we're talking about today with PI. So the big thing with planetary industry is as you level up, you get more planets you can build on. And in those planets, you can get stuff out of it to create more stuff. There's a lot of add-ons you could use and things like this. Now, I already have some stuff built, and I'm going to show you some mistakes I've made because I'm going to fix it today. So let's see. We're going to go with this planet here. This planet is set up in the way it needs to be set up. Now, if you see this white circle around the building, it means it's creating what it's supposed to be creating. But you see how this one is flashing very slowly at me? That means it doesn't have the materials it needs to do what it needs to do. I need to reset this, but I don't want to reset this until this cycle is done. So in about 9 minutes, I'm going to reset this so that it can draw more. What it's doing, simply said, this is an extractor. You see it up here, extractor unit. You put one on your planet. You could put more, but I'm telling you now, put one, and I'll tell you why. From the extractor, you run extractor heads. These little circles here. They're withdrawing what you want it to be withdrawing. In this case, it is withdrawing ionic solutions. Depending on the cycle you set up, what you set here has a whole, this is how many heads it has. This is the graph of what it's going to take. This is what it averages per hour. So some notes here since I'm in this screen. This is what it's going to tell you. It's going to average an hour. And if you mouse over, it's going to tell you. See that cycle 52, 1780, 850? That's what it's going to take that hour. This is an average between these, which is why I have ran out. You want it set up like this, where your buildings are very, very, very close to each other. You'll also notice I do not have a storage facility built. A lot of PI will tell you and show you to build storage, to put the items that you're getting from here into, to draw into your buildings here, and for this stuff to go back into. I'm telling you, don't. And the reason why has to do with, where can I show that? Let me grab like I was going to build something. Has to do, why won't I do it? Hold on a second. I'm not smart. See, it tells me I can't. Okay, stop it. Stop it. That's not going to help me either. It has to do. Oh, it's up on the top. Hold on. Okay, my control unit's up here. This, it doesn't really matter where you put it. Has to do with your power and your CPU. You have limited, and it's smaller. You've noticed I've upgraded it to 4, and or is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5, and you can go up to 6. I won't get 6 for a while. So it limits what you can have. And each building takes CPU and energy, obviously, including your storage. And your storage doesn't hold a lot of stuff. So my suggestion is to do something similar to this. Build your launch pad. Your launch pad holds a lot more than your storage, and you can link everything to it. You build one extractor to extract whatever you're extracting and send it into your launch pad. You then build your buildings in rows like this. When I get enough energy, if I can get enough withdrawal per hour, and I'll get into that in a minute a little deeper, I will add a fourth one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that I have 12. You could also do another line here, but the more compact, the less space it has to go, the better off it is. So this is good. It's not perfect, and I will have to reset it when that's done, but this setup is good. It's real good. Okay. Oh no, we won't go here. This is one of the ones I need to fix today. And you can see why. It's an absolute mess. It has a storage center on it. This is before I learned about storage. Now you'll see it's right in the middle of production though. So I'm going to need to look at time and see. All right, this cycle's... All right, so see how this cycle is doing every hour? And that it'll do 33,000 units in when that hour's finished. That depends on when you set the extraction, how long you set it for. And the debate there, and I'll show you between a couple of these planets, is we'll go back to the one that's built right. See how this one's going every half hour? That's because I only set the total cycle to go for a day. That means once a day I have to come in, reset my cycle, and move my heads around to better hit the spots where what I want to withdraw is at. This one I set to go for like 3 or 4 days. And so it only does it once an hour. If I set it for like a week, it would do it once every, I believe it's 2 hours, if I remember right. So you've got to watch how much you're getting, how often you're getting it, and make that decision of how often do you want to come in and mess with the numbers. The other one I need to reset. Again, you can tell. Now this one's not quite as bad, but it's still not great. Again, let's scroll in here. You see all the circles, and this one and that one is blinking. That means it's out. It's about halfway done. I'll have to come in here, and what I'll do is I'm going to take everything except for the extractor and the launch pad down and rebuild it for this one and for this one to look more like this one. I also have one other planet up here. This is what they call a maker planet, and that's all it's doing. I go out with my ship every so often. I pick stuff up from the customs office or the skyhook, depending what's on your planet, and I drop it off at the launch pad, which it goes into here and makes a higher thing. So I'll show you on here as no, I can't. I'm not in space. That's the other thing. You can rebuild what's on the planet from the safety of being docked. But if you want to put a new command center on a planet that you don't have yet, you have to undock. Now you can undock and stop your ship and do it right from out of the dock, which is the safest place if you're in space to be in a lot of most times, because you can just click and redock if a neutral comes into space. But this game is such a trip. I'm telling you, if you get into Eve, and I suggest that you do, be prepared to read and watch a lot of videos, no matter what you're doing, because it seems simple on the top, and it is simple, and that's the pit. It's simple until it's not. You start in a high-sec system, and it has a walkthrough. They'll give you ships, some basic ships. The game will, for free, no problem, to teach you how to do each of the things that you can do. So let's talk about skills and the things that you can do. Oops, I hit the wrong button there. So you'll see that there's four things here, but this encompasses a lot of different stuff. Now, this character is very low. I just made this character like a couple months ago. This is my secondary character. You can explore, you can kill things, you can build things, you can do all kinds of cool stuff in this game. This character, let's see, it'll tell you, here's your character sheet, tells you where you're at, if you've had anything in your head, where you have people at. I don't have any people for her anywhere. Where your stuff's at, who all you've been a part of. It tells you that kind of stuff. Now somewhere in here, if I remember where to look at, I probably won't. Tells you, things you can do. Biplex, Biomega. Personalize yourself so you can get stuff, what you've put skill points in. On here it says, and I don't remember where it says, but I do know it does say when I made my character. I could probably look here. You'll see she has 2 billion. For a low level young character, 2 billion ISK is a pretty good thing. Yeah, okay, so let's see. The last thing showing is May. No, that's the last 30 days. All right, right here. Okay, so here's how you can tell. Here's one way you can tell. Sometime in January is when I made her. Nope, nothing in January, nothing in February. March. Inheritance means I died. So this is probably where I made her in March, because State War Academy, that's the walkthrough coming into it. So this is my main, giving myself money. and I'm buying stuff with it. Uh, so easy and quote unquote safe mining and exploration MPI. Because, and I think of all those, I would say that PI is actually the safest because you only have to go out into space to put your command center on the planet or to go pick up your items from the customs office. Otherwise, you can run everything from within dock. And if you're in dock, unless somebody blows up your stuff, and if you're in high sec, you don't have to worry about that. I am not. I joined a corp, and I am nowhere near high sec anymore. High sec is safe space. It's patrolled by the game's version of the police. It's not 100% safe. You can still get very killed in high sec. Trust me, I have. Not on this character, but I have. It is most definitely possible to die. And out here, in what's called null sec, you can die a lot. And I have with this character and others. Because rats will kill you. Other players will kill you. It is not a safe thing. So if you're in the dock, you're the safest you're going to be. So PI, it doesn't make you a lot, especially not in the beginning. It can make you a ton of ISK, but you need the skills to make the bigger things, to make that ISK. But I'm making, if I had it set up all the way correctly, which I will by the end of today, I could make probably $1 billion ISK in a month if I really buckled down and had both of my characters doing it. So about $500,000 for this character, just to come on for about half an hour a day and reset my withdrawals. I don't even have to go pick it up. I just have to reset my extractions and I'm good. The secondary most safe thing in space, and you're never safe in space, that you can do is mining. I'll show you that ship. Now this is called ethanol. No, an epithol. The name of the ships are fucking weird. Don't ask me. This is for, it's a big ship to haul stuff for your PI. These are my ships. And that's my mining ship. They all kind of look the same. This one happens to be a Mac, and I'm trying a Mechanor. No, I don't know. I can't say it right now. What is it? Let's see if a Mechanor. There we go. But they all kind of have this same long, bulky, kind of reminds me of Red Dwarf look to it. Unsafe things to do in space. Let's talk ratting, which is killing the non-player characters. They're some of them are very easy to kill. Some of them not so much easy to kill. You've got to have the right kind of ship and the right kind of skills for what you're trying to kill. The other option, which this character doesn't have any ships that'll do, is PvP, which you're killing other players. You can loot their ships when you blow them up, which you could make a lot of ISK from that. You can also do relatively safe in space scanning. You scan for anomalies, data or relic sites, and then you go there, scan down the little canisters, and you play this little game, or it kind of looks like a game, I wonder, I would probably not. But, you know, like I said, PI is real simple, but it's not. And the one thing I wish I had known was to do like this. All right, see? Hey, we've got red. That means we get to reset. So let's talk extraction programs and where to put it. Now, where this white is, this is the scan of my planet. Where this white is where the highest concentration of what I want off this planet is at. Obviously, I should move this because it's not in the good spot anymore. Now I'm going to come back out. So it's like a heat map, the scan is. I should move probably over here. And I will tell you, if you can't tell by the heat map, it goes white to the pink to the red. I could stay here. See how it says it's getting 44 per hour? It would start at about 30 and go down to 14. Okay, so each one of these uses 3 grand. If I want to keep all 9 times 3 is 27. I need to be getting 27 an hour. And you see, here I am. Here I'm not. Here I'm getting more than that. And then it drops off. So I could take one out, or I have to move my heads to see if I can make this go up, or I have to move the whole system. Because it's idle, and I see that the scan is telling me that I really should move, I'm going to decommission this. It doesn't have anything in it, which means take it off. I'm going to do the same to this one because there's nothing in it. It's going to go away. This one as well, there is something in it. I believe, if I remember correctly, no, maybe not. I think I'm just going to lose that when I hit demolish, which is going to suck, but it is what it is. So we're going to demolish this. Bye. And this is also empty. We're going to demolish this because we're going to have to move it. We submit, and now we've just got what's making. When this is done, what I will do is I will come in here. I will click this. This is what I'm storing, which is what I'm making, the electrolytes. I will put it, I will have to jump into space, and I will put everything that's been made into the ship and send it to the customs office before I delete my launch pad. I'll then move it. Now I'll show you what I'm too scrolled in. So I'm going to move it. We're just going to say the extractor because we could actually build that right now. Now see, the scan's gone away. So we want to scan. What are we making? Ionic, right? Yeah, ionic. Okay, so I'm going, you can hit build with the scan up. Extractor is what we're going to want to build. Let's look. Where do we want to build? I'd prefer not to move for a couple days. Okay. If, see that dark circle? That's where all it'll reach. If I put it here. I'm thinking when I rebuild about putting my launch pad here, putting my extractor here, and then I could flip it over here when I need to move it. I'll have to spend a little bit extra energy for that, but that might be my best bet. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put the extractor right there. Submit. We're going to go into it. We're going to install a program. We want it to pull Ionic Solutions. We want it to pull for a day-ish. A day and an hour sounds good. That means I'd come back at about 2 tomorrow. You know what? Let's do a solid day instead, because it is 1. So we're going to install ahead and move it. See this over here, 176? That's percentage. How much you're getting? How much you getting an hour? 480. That's pretty good. Install another one. You want them, now we're going to come in and move. You want them close, but not so close that they're touching, because see how it dropped down a percentage? Yeah, it's just a percentage, but why lose any? Take it away. And you do that again and again and again. Now, you know, I don't know. I thought I might build some of my crafters where I want them to be, since I don't have any, but I don't know if I can send directly from withdrawal to a crafter. And so we might discover things together today. So we're going to keep throwing extractors out. And remember, there's 2 sides of this. Now, if I'm lucky, I might be able to do this for a few days before I have to move it to that other side like I showed you. All right, we'll throw him there, and we'll throw him there. All right, so each one of these are way over 175. That's real good. It's not the absolute best, but it's really good. It's saying it's pulling 48 an hour. We're doing 16 at the start and $7,000 at the finish. Now, that sucks in a way, because I'm doing the math. That means here at 16, remember 3,000 per, we could run 4? No, 5. 5 times 3 would be 15. And we would be okay until about here. And even then, this and that, especially since I want to start it now, I would have a buffer of an hour or two, maybe an hour. But But when we get down into here and we're talking 8 and 9s, we would be short. So I'm wondering if I move. This is where playing with it kind of pays. Know who you're moving. See, it's this one here. All right. 77. Not really changing a whole lot. So probably not. Is there anybody that's really... What's the absolute lowest on this list? 73. That's this guy. What if we moved him here? Here it's 177. That's, yeah, it's only 4, but it's 4. All right, that looks like what we're gonna do, and we're gonna start. We're gonna tell it to go, but it's not gonna route. It's not gonna draw. Or, okay, it is going to draw. Okay, now here's, remember that test I said we were going to try? Here, we're going to try it. Okay, I have, how many over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 built. If I put my launch pad here, I want to build basic. If the launch pad's here, go 1, go 1, 1, 2, right, 2, nope. This is where it gets, where it doesn't always want to go where you want it to do. So we'll go 1 here, 1 there. And you'll see how it's kind of red? Just barely nudge it until it's not red. There you go. Now, we're going to find out real quick. Link, create. No. It's too far with what we have built. Okay. I was afraid of that. I knew that was a possibility. So... if that's how we're going to have to do it, let's put it right here on top. Basic industry. And we're going to go, it's red. It's not. 1, 2, 3. Submit. Okay. Let's see if it likes this a little better. Create new link. And you want to do that. Link them to each other. Submit. Now, go here. Products. Ionic. Create route. Here. Oh, I haven't set it up. Durf. I forgot to do one thing. You got to tell it what to make. All right. So now that we've told it what to make, the link is still there. We've told it what to make. Now we're going to tell it, get it from here. And you're going to have to do that 3 times. 1 for each building. 2 and 3. All right. Now, obviously, they're not making anything because this hasn't done its route. This will be done in 15 minutes. It'll pull that 20 grand. See, these are making, and the shortest one looks like it's this one, won't be done for 30. So as these get done, like this one's only got 7 minutes, and this one's got 7 minutes. So as they finish, I will take them down, I will move them over, and that's what you have to do. Hopefully you liked this video and it made sense. If you have any questions or comments, as always, put them below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.